Thanks for joining us for the news at daybreak. I'm Bronte Sorotsky. We begin with some breaking news this morning. Law enforcement has arrested a person in connection to the deadly shooting at Brown University. Thanks for joining us for the news at daybreak. I'm Bronte Sorotsky. We are tracking breaking news just into our newsroom. 6 people have been displaced this morning after a fire just about an hour ago. Early estimates put the damage at nearly $2 million. But this story isn't about loss. It's about resilience. Welcome back. Congregation Mikveh Israel, located in the heart of Savannah's historic district, was the first synagogue to be established in the South and is one of the nation's oldest. Kristen Benavides has what led up to this event in reaction from the Department of Homeland Security. And we do want to warn you right now that this video may be disturbing to some of you at home. So if you need to stop watching, now is the time to do so. Ron, I just had to run outside for something and it is freezing, although probably if you're going outside, don't be wearing just a dress. You're gonna wanna have some layers for sure today. An investigation is underway in Jasper County this morning after a house fire killed 2 people, including a teenager and a 1-year-old. But the Georgia Bureau of Investigation has confirmed that Jessup police have asked them to investigate allegations of inappropriate contact between a teacher and a student at Wayne County High School. And we're kicking things off with Ron Wallace on this first alert weather day. Ron, the roads and the sky cam behind you is looking pretty slick out there. People are going to want to be careful. Yeah. We now have an update regarding that massive fire yesterday in Jeff Davis County. Just moments ago, authorities told us the fire is still burning, but now under control.
Live from WTOC, the news starts now with the First Alert Weather Day.
Hey, you're taking a look at some snow in Savannah this morning, where landmarks like the iconic Forsyth Park fountain is covered in ice. Good morning and thanks so much for joining us for the news at daybreak. I'm Bronte Sorotsky. You're going to want to bundle up. We're not out of the cold yet. Today and tomorrow are first alert weather days for freezing temperatures and Arctic air. Behind Ron and I, you can see snow and ice at the fountain at Forsyth Park. Look, there's little icicles hanging off the fountain there. Something we don't really see that often, Ron. It's kind of crazy that we're seeing something like this 2 years in a row.
It's not often that we get our temperatures down into the 20s. We do have some cold days and cold nights, and of course this is our second winter in a row that we've actually had a measurable snowfall. So that's an interesting phenomenon.
Thank you. I want to give you a live look at the roads this morning. This is a live look at the I-95 southbound ramp over in Pooler. You can see all the snow on the sides there, but the good news is the roads are looking pretty clear. Still, you're going to want to just be careful if you're out on them. Don't want to go too fast in case of any risks of black ice. And one town in our viewing area that got a lot of snow was Hardeeville. Our Aaron Dixon has more on what he saw and how people there decide to celebrate the snowfall. All right, take a look at this. Tybee Island got some snow as well. This is some video I took while I was outside yesterday. It was cold out there, but it was a pretty magical sight to see just because I had to walk over to the beach and you don't see snow on the beach very often like the Taylor Swift song. So it was a cool sight and I was freezing though. So it's gonna be another cold day. You're gonna wanna wear lots of layers. Well, take a look at this. People sent us their fun in the snow pictures. Look at that. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got a snowman. Oh, we got someone playing in the snow. Got some dogs playing in the snow. I want to go back to that girl with her cat. I should do that with my cat. Oh, we have Elsa and Anna. There we go. That cat is like, what is going on? Well, you can have your pictures or your videos featured right here on the news. Just head over to our website, WTOC.com, and hit those 3 bars in the left corner. You'll see the tab to submit your photos. And to stay ahead of those freezing temperatures, plus all of our cold weather as it develops, be sure to download the free WTOC weather app. Just scan that QR code there on your screen to get started. Now to one of our top stories this morning. Savannah police say the driver of this pickup is expected to be okay after it left Abercorn Road and crashed into the Oglethorpe Mall parking lot yesterday. Police say officers made contact with the vehicle after it went down an embankment and entered the parking lot at a high rate of speed. The driver was evaluated in the mall parking lot. And 12 people are now looking for a home this morning after the Savannah Fire Department responded to a house fire just before noon yesterday. You're looking at stills taken from the scene. Firefighters say they got the fire under control in less than 15 minutes. One person was transported by EMS after the fire. Be sure to stick with WTOC for updates. And in the Low Country, one person's in the hospital and a family forced from their home after a house fire in the Grays Hill community. Burton fire crews found heavy fire burning along the side of the home, but were able to get the fire under control. 2 adults and 1 child were displaced by the fire. The American Red Cross is now helping the family with temporary assistance. And a reminder for anyone traveling today or in the near future, starting today, the Transportation Security Administration will enforce a new policy for travelers who don't have a real ID. Passengers will have to pay a $45 fee in order to use an alternative identity verification system. TSA Confirm ID, that's what it's called for those without a real ID. Passengers can use the alternative ID for a 10-day travel period. Additional steps and information are up on the TSA's website. A real ID is one that's been specifically vetted by the DMV. Other authorized forms of ID include a passport or DHS Trusted Traveler Card. The Real ID law was signed over 20 years ago, but wasn't implemented and enforced until May. All right, let's give you another live look outside, this time from our WTOC Plant Riverside District Skycam. It is cold out there today. You're going to want to keep the snow gear on you to keep warm. Ron Wallace has more on that after this break.